All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you guys for making the commitment to be here. I'm just jealous of Julie and Jerry laying in Florida, snuggled up in bed after they just had eggplant parmesan.
And we took a long walk.
Nice. Good for you. But again, we moved our weekly Zoom up because again, a lot of you are in we're in different time zones. So that may have thrown some people off tonight. I know we had several that said they were going to be here, but hopefully they can catch the recording. And Dawn and I were just right at the beginning, we were just having a conversation about what are y'all laughing about? You're killing me.
But I said something that you probably didn't hear.
Which is good.
Oh, well, that is good then. Dawn and I were on here together, and then Ann hopped on, and before we got all of this going. And one of the things that Dawn was talking about is building those relationships, having those conversations that we talk about with our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And it's building the relationship and conversations with those potentials that aren't always easy, because again, we're the ones that are opening ourselves up. We're the ones that are being more, transparent and not trying to be scheming in the way that we're trying to get in there, but truly getting to know the other person, because there's so many benefits and what Thrive can do for us. And how do we know to share that or tell them or paint that picture if we don't know what their true needs are? And in building those relationships, that's where those conversations come up. So I just told Dawn, I was like, so don't do it. She starts giggling because again, it's like you feel like sometimes you're just banging your head against the wall over and over and over and having these conversations. But you did just share with me, you've got one person that she didn't necessarily think it was something she could afford, but she wants her daughter to do it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's a new mom. Her daughter's a new mom. She says she's very tired. She's gained a lot of weight. I think I'm going to get her on a 3-way.
Always get them on a 3-way connection. And it's not to get them on a 3-way call. It's not to, hey, is it okay if you talk to my leader? It's a connection. Just do the connection in a 3-way chat message on Facebook, if they're on Facebook, or on text message. Facebook is just a lot more not personal. I think whenever you go to a texting, it becomes more personal. So if you're doing it through a Facebook message chat connection where you connect them to myself or Julie or Jerry or whomever, and you say, I know I work full time. I want you to meet my friend Lisa, just in case you come across something on the website that you have questions about. Lisa's been thriving for, almost 5 years or whatever, however you want to share it and introduce it. But that way you don't have to necessarily ask for permission. And I have had some people that have said that their person was offended because they connected, them to me, or they even delete themselves out of the chat after they've been connected. But maybe 3 people in 5 years, and those 3 people had more issues than, being introduced to a new person, right? So I love the fact though that you're seeing it, you're feeling it. And congratulations, Michelle. Dawn was just bragging on you getting those new free customer accounts.
I missed that.
And yes. A customer, yes.
Now, are they free customer accounts, or were they new customer orders?
One customer order and 4 customer accounts. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think Mary Jo, I saw a shout out on you today to share your celebration, girl.
I signed up a customer that I work with. His name is Wes, and I signed him up last year, I think in October. And then he told his wife, and then I sold him that sample pack that when we were having that deal, and they both tried their sample packs and they loved it. They just fell in love with it. And she was starting a new job, and then he got something wrong with his leg, so they had to put it off. So they finally ordered Saturday, and I was super excited about that for them. I just, and Brent actually did the 3-way call with both of them and me. So that worked out perfectly. And they're excited. She's like, I bought 2 gallons of water, one for me and one for him. And then my friend Kate's in from New York.
Hello.
And I gave her a sample pack, and then she ended up hurting herself, falling down some stairs or something.
Oh,
Eating
no.
cookies and falling down stairs. There's no eating cookies and falling down and using stairs at the same time with Kate. So,
Oh no.
I went ahead and ordered on hers, and it's excited. We're just gonna have it mailed here because she's here for like another month. So
Fantastic. Good. Kate, I hope you allow Mary Jo to take care of you. Nice to meet you.
yes.
All right, I'm going to mute everybody on out. Ann, what about you? I'm not going to leave you out over here. You've got some exciting stuff in the works too. Share with us.
Well, I got, a customer just, she just took advantage of the deal that's going on for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And I messaged her and I said, look, you could have your daughter or your husband go ahead and order. They haven't ordered yet. So they're, first time order. So
Awesome.
she got her Thrive.
Good,
with
good,
that
good.
deal for her daughter. So her daughter's
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you, Ann. All right, I've got everybody muted out. So if you do have something to say, I love this. I love the fact that I have a format, but I love the fact that whenever Dawn and I started talking, we kind of I get on a couple of minutes early, but we kind of ran into it, and it was a perfect, that's what this is about. This is for us to celebrate. This is for us to, I don't want it to ever turn into a bitch session because we can all get on a soapbox like that, right? We want to keep it positive and uplifting, and it is, and that was. So I love that we have this, and I hope this is working out better for everyone. Is this better for it being an hour earlier so it's not so late? Good, good. So you know me, I always like to start off at 3 words. So my 3 words today that I want you to write down, and they're pretty self-explanatory, so you don't need a definition or anything on how to use them or what they look like. But appreciation, love, and joy. Appreciation, love, and joy. Sometimes we don't look at ourselves and give ourselves those 3 words. So I want you this week to really practice on appreciating you for all that you do. I can only imagine how busy everyone's Sunday has been. I know today I got a lot of stuff done with home and work and family and just being able to just do stuff. And, it's sometimes we beat ourselves up because we may not get those customer accounts whenever we're doing all the work that we know that we're doing. But taking that time to really truly appreciate ourselves and love ourselves and finding joy in our day. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about too is and somebody raise their hand. Whenever I say this word, I want you to, the first thing that kind of comes to your mind, the word leap, L-E-A-P. Who wants to share the first thing that came to their mind? All right, go ahead, Mary Jo.
Faith.
Faith. Ooh, nice. I like that. A huge leap of faith. I like it. All right. Who else? Anybody? Ooh.
Forward. A big jump forward.
A big jump forward. All right. I like that. Anybody else? I thought of a frog. So this is the word frog, leap. I immediately picture a little frog leaping, right? Yeah, right. That's what she was saying. I love it. We're on the same brain week. Well, what I want you to think about with the word leap, I want you to break it down and whatever these are called, whenever you use words from a word, right? Whatever that's called. The L, wait, look, Mary Jo knows what I'm saying. What is it?
Acronym.
Acronym. There you go. I knew somebody would know. Thank you. Teamwork, right?
Yes.
All right. So the word or the letter L, the first one, this is something that we should be doing in our days. I know a lot of you journal already, so this will really kind of just fold into what you're probably already doing. The L is learn. What are you doing daily for your own personal self-development? And you can look at it from just a business standpoint right now, but I think this could actually go into other aspects of your life as well. So learn with your L. E, earn, E-A-R-N, earn. What have you done today to work towards earning your income? Income, right? We talk about it all the time. Income producing activities. Letter A, L-E-A, attracting. What are you doing? How are you showing up on social media? There he is. Hey, Rick. I knew you'd be here.
I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just now going over the acronym. Mary Jo helped me with that. The word LEAP, L-E-A-P. And L is learn, what you're doing daily for your self-development. E is earn, how you're doing those income producing activities to earn your income. A is attracting, how are you showing up on social media? And then how are you showing up and attracting others to your Thrive life whenever you're out and about, belly to belly? And then the P is planning. How are you planning out your day? How are you planning out your next day? How are you planning out your next week? How many of you take Sundays to map out your week? Wonderful practice to be in if you're not already. And I don't mean that you're going to know every nook and cranny of every hour of every minute of every day. Most of us, knowing you the way that I know you all, we all kind of just, we roll with it and we do what we got to do, and we may have our day planned, but if somebody needs us, we roll up our sleeves and we do what we do, right? So mapping it out though and planning and putting in those little pockets of time, because really if you can devote 4 hours a week, and again 15-minute block, 30-minute blocks of time to devote to your business and truly building your business, where do you think this business will be in a year? Where do you think it'll be in 5 years? So it's going to continue to grow, I promise you that. And if you do journal, one of the things that I heard today on a podcast was writing at the top, I'm happy and grateful that, and then just going with it. I'm happy and grateful that, and remember what you think about, you bring about. So don't be bringing no stinking thinking. Don't be putting negativity in your journal. Don't be, if it is something that you're struggling with or maybe having a hard time with, just twisting it around just a little bit. And maybe you are manifesting good things that are coming. So putting it into those words to where it's going to empower you, because again, we all know that we're either on our way up or we're on our way down, and we're getting ready to go right back up. That's just life. The only way that you can't deal with that is if, I guess, you completely lock yourself away from everybody and seclude yourself in a corner, never to be seen again, right? But how much fun is that? So prepare yourself. I had a crazy busy week this week, and that's why I wanted to really kind of come to you and talk about this today, because I thought I was going to be able to work my business this week whenever I went on a little overnight stay with Haley. We left on, it was Wednesday and Thursday. What's today? Saturday? Oh my God. No, it was Thursday and Friday. So it was all day. No, today's Sunday. Mary Jo's going, nope. See what I mean? Well, I had my backpack with me, and I had a book I was going to read, and I had all of my work stuff. It didn't happen. I mean, it was the last day of that triple commission thing that, we were all working for. We had lights out at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm on the couch, texting and trying to get my last order in, for my gal that was in Canada. So it's just, things don't always go as we plan them to go, even when we plan it out. So definitely taking that time and taking those moments to kind of map it out, and just being mindful of it and being forgiving of it, I guess, whenever you get to that point. I want to turn this back around to you guys. I said that we were going to do a blitz. How many of you came prepared to do a blitz? It sounds like Dawn's already been doing a blitz. She's already been reaching out to people tonight. How many of you reached out tonight to those free customer accounts? You've been doing that over the last 3 weeks. After I said that we were going to do the blitz, I was like, I bet everybody has probably already exhausted that, and I would be like making you feel uncomfortable having to force yourself to reach out to people. So I kind of changed my thoughts on that. What I do want to know, Julie and I had a great customer experience Zoom tonight, and the way that it happened was actually perfect because of the fact that this is a brand new customer. She's not even been Thriving 2 months, and Julie was able to meet her mom because her mom was on wanting to see her baby girl share. She's like, I don't even know anything about what this Thrive stuff's about, but I'm showing up for her. And then Jerry had to hop off and help her, kind of segue back. So it worked out perfect that we didn't have anyone on there at 5 o'clock when we did our video Zoom, which again, I just believe things happen for a reason sometimes. So it was a beautiful presentation of meeting everybody because Julie had never met her mom before. But I want to truly hear your thoughts and your input because I haven't seen the invitations that I would like to see in the events. And I know I've personally tried to invite, because I don't want just people invited to it that you haven't even talked to. And I know I've personally invited people that it just didn't work out. The timing wasn't right. Is it that we need to do it a different day? Is it that we need to do it a different time? Is it that people don't like a Zoom? Maybe we need to do just a phone conversation where people can hear voices and not feel like they're being seen by anyone. Who wants to give me some feedback on that? All right, let me unmute you, Dawn. Okay, go ahead.
I have asked people to get on, and I've even had customers that said they would get on, but they don't have Zoom, and I can't seem to convince them that Zoom's an easy thing to get. They don't have it, and they don't know what it is, and they don't know how it works.
Are those same people, do you think they would dial into a number and push a code that would prompt them to enter into that?
I believe so, and I can ask them.
Okay.
But I've talked to a number of people. I had 2 customers who quit and came back, and they were willing to do it. And I have a couple people, this woman I talked to tonight who wants to get her daughter on one. But when I say Zoom, people are like, what's that? How does it work? Oh, I don't know. I get a lot of that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, and that's fair. Hold on. Julie's got let me unmute you, Julie. Go ahead.
What I did, Dawn, was to my customers, I immediately included Lisa and said, hey, would you be open to share your experience? This is my sister-in-law, Lisa, however I said, and she's kind of she's the one that's setting this up. So immediately, because now it's a third party, so then Lisa, with all the people that I've been doing this with, she's the one that says, hey, do you know how to do the Zoom? So they're having communication, and I'm out of the picture, so it's not me. It's just, I think it's so much easier than me saying to them, have you ever done Zoom? You want to get on a call for Zoom? All of a sudden, it's just, hey, we're asking customers and promoters if they'd like to share their experience. Would you like to? Simple. Yep. Okay, here's Lisa. She's the one that's coordinating all of it. So maybe doing that, because and
another option, thank you, Julie, because again, I mean, don't feel like I'm not that resource. And I think that is it. Once we kind of remove ourselves, and I do the same thing. I use other people to do that connector as well. Another thing that I think we can do is, and I'll have to ask Terry Kurkowski and Terry Rickliff both have the paid version of Zoom, so I can do that live feed in like the event. I've just kind of been holding off because I'm like, if I don't have to pay for it, I don't want to have to pay for,
Mm-hmm.
something else. Jerry, you and Jerry don't have the paid version of Zoom either, correct?
Mm-mm.
Do you think that would be something, guys? Phil, help me with that. Do you think that would be something that would be beneficial to have, to where it just like that, it's like that live stream in the event? But I'm just not seeing a lot of people invited to the events. It's not just people to share their personal experience, but it's like this one, I mean, I tried to do it just like today instead of doing it several days out. I did it the day of to see if that would change or switch things up. So I just I don't want it to be something that's, not, I think it's useful because we have a great recording and now you can share those recordings. So I don't mind still doing it. I just want to coordinate where it's going to be more beneficial for everyone. Like we've got Lisa and Rick, they're going to share theirs, and we talked about doing it next Sunday, right, Rick? Because they have a grandbaby's birthday party that they're taking her on to and stuff. So so Lisa and Rick are going to share, their personal experience, not only as a couple, but as grandparents, and things like that. So, all right. So we'll just kind of keep on. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to share on that or add to that? Nope. Okay. All right. Well, how's everybody doing? Are we stuck? Are we frustrated? Is there anything that we need to talk about? We talked about earlier with Dawn, with the building those relationships, having those conversations. I see your lips moving. Do you want me to unmute you, Jewel?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. Go
I
ahead.
said, I'm gonna have my confession. He goes, oh no. He goes, what are you talking about?
He's leaving.
So I'm doing reach outs, and there's this one friend that I've known forever. And for whatever reason, and I can't tell you exactly why, there's like an intimidation within me about reaching out to this woman. So for the last 2 weeks, she likes all my posts, and we've kind of communicated back and forth on, Instagram and Facebook liking posts. So yesterday I said to Jerry, I just don't know. I haven't asked her to set up an account yet. I'm not sure of how to word it. And you know what it was, guys? And I know this wasn't like the first time. I was making it all about me. What is she going to think of me? I'm so concerned. And it was not being of service to help someone. Yeah, and sometimes that happens. And all of a sudden, like I ran and I'm into the bathroom, I'm taking a shower, and I came on, I'm like, oh my God, I was making that all about me. Like sometimes I can get in my own way instead of just thinking, I'm sharing this opportunity to help people. And this one person, for whatever reason, there was this intimidation that I felt, and it became all about me. So anyways, her response to my question was, yes, I would love to learn more about it. And she set up, all the people that I've asked this weekend have said, yes, would love to take a look at it. Nobody's ordered. I'm not pushing it, but I have more free accounts.
I love it. Thank you for being so raw and honest, because that's not always easy to do that.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably all guilty of that if we stop for a minute and think about why we haven't shared, why we haven't said what we need to say. And I was like flipping through some of my notes, and one of the things that I want to say this came from Richard Bliss Brooks, that I know Jerry loves him. And if you don't love Richard Bliss Brooks, keep watching him, because I remember whenever I watched him the first time, I think it may have been at GoPro, whenever I may have actually been introduced to him for the first time. And Jerry was like, oh, I love him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stand to hear him talk. It was just something that just, right, Mary Jo, okay, again, you're feeling me, you're tracking me. But I was just like, I couldn't hear what he was saying because of how he was saying it or something. It was just odd. So I love him. So just keep listening to it. Keep showing up. Keep watching. Even if you just have to do it in 10-minute segments and it's a 30-minute video that he does. But one of the things that that he was talking about, because it was kind of a universal network marketing thing that he was talking about. He was like, step one, find products that you love that you will use them, like love them because you're going to use them forever. Love it as a customer. Step two, recommend that product because your product solves a problem. And just like Julie was just saying, she was making so much about herself. Whenever you know, if you share it with someone, maybe they're not sleeping well at night. People don't always talk about going to the bathroom. Some you don't necessarily know, if they're having gut issues, but are they tired? Are they cranky? Are they lacking energy? We usually know what problem we can share. And then right back to what Dawn was talking about earlier, building those relationships, that's where people let us in so that we hear what they're struggling with, what they're having a hard time with. And then that's where you can, as Dawn just said, be bold. Julie just said, just ask, just say, I don't know why I've never asked you, have you ever heard of Thrive? Or can I share some information with you, about what I do? And then step three is, can I tell you my story? Because it's not, this product has A, B, C, D, E in it. This product's taken 1, 2, 3. It's, oh my gosh, I can remember the first day that I took it. I didn't make my coffee and I could feel it within 45 minutes. Not everybody's going to feel it within 45 minutes, but I just remember feeling more awake, more focused. And as a mom of 3 and a personal banker helping people with their financial needs, I need to be focused. So telling that story is what is going to connect them. And if you say, is it okay if I tell you my story? I don't know many people that's going to be like, yeah, no, I don't want to hear your story. They're usually open to it. And then that's where you are able to, because you've built that relationship, you're able to segue your story into connecting with them on their level. And then let people decide for themselves. No is okay. No is an acceptable answer because, again, it allows you to know no is not never. Always keep that in mind. But no is an acceptable answer to where you can just keep on going. And then those people that truly are, loving your product, that's happy customers become amazing promoters, So those are the things that happen, and then helping them to share their story. Julie, I don't know if you've talked to Caitlin since we did our Zoom together, but her mom, like I said, it was Julie, Jerry, myself, Caitlin, and her mom. And her mom wants to order. So, her mom not knowing anything about it, maybe it is for her daughter. But you know what? She's a mom, she's a grandma, that is going to make a difference because she listened to her little girl share her story and trusting her and knowing what a connection and what a difference it's making in her life. And then Julie, someone that her little girl loves and adores, sharing her story and why she's been doing it and how long she's been doing it and everything. So stories work. And it's not stories like you're telling a story, but it's those heartstrings, right? It's those true heartstrings that make us relatable. And again, Julie was like, oh my gosh, I've been at the pool. We've been at Target. We're cooking dinner. I'm not going to be able to share my story tonight. I'm like, okay, it's all right. But then tonight, and what did Caitlin say at the end? Hold on, you're muted. Hold on. Go ahead. Oh, no, I think you have to unmute it. Go ahead.
So what happened was Lisa, Caitlin, and I were on the thread, and Lisa sent a voice message saying, you guys can decide who's going first. Well, last week when I had 2 promoters, or a promoter and a customer on, Lisa just did the interview and I wasn't in it. So I was just making the assumption that was what was going to happen this evening. And I was like, oh girl, I'm in the middle of making eggplant Parmesan sauce. We've been at the pool. Nope, I'm not gonna. And I'm like, how ridiculous is that? Who cares that I don't have makeup on and I have a freaking man beater, whatever these things are called.
Man beater.
What are they called?
Because they're wife beater.
I call them man
Not Julie's
beater.
world.
I'm going to beat Jerry in it. But you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, who cares? Yes, of course I'm going to share. So She said that was just so real.
It was so real. That's just, and that's exactly what it's all about. It is about being real. It's not about being perfectly poshed. And, I think I shared this before. I always think about that whenever I'm doing the little graphics for those things, and again, we compare ourselves to what others are doing, right? We compare to what we see out there. They don't have to be these perfect, polished, expensive I don't do that. I don't have time to do that. I'd have to hire somebody to do that for me, Jerry. but so it's just the fact of just be real, because your realness and your trueness and your sincerity of loving on other people and helping other people to be able to see what opportunity is there over time. And sometimes it just takes that one time. Most, again, I always go back to listen to these 200K leaders that are sharing and sharing and sharing. They were talked to, they were followed up with for years. So again, that's why we're constantly adding those free accounts, because they have to have access to the resources. We're getting them added to that What is Thrive page. We're adding to ATM, right? Add them, tag them, message them, let them know that you added them, accept the invite. So that's really all I've got tonight for you guys. I love our time together, and I hope this has been beneficial for you. And truly knowing that just keep on keeping on, because again, I think we've shared this before with getting caught up with like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm supposed to be doing this. Don't beat yourself up. Be consistent, show up, and if you're not following up with those people, then how are they going to hear about it? How are they going to stay connected with it? Because people's lives change every day, whether we plan for it or we don't. So just go ahead. Yeah.
I think Michelle's got a very good story that she needs to tell about a customer that she reached out to. And this customer got a free sample and she had no free account. But I think Michelle can tell the story.
Absolutely. Let me unmute her. Thank you, Dawn. All right.
Sure.
I was going to talk about that real quick. I tried to get a hold of, she was a waitress serving us, and this was probably almost a year ago. And she was exhausted, etc. And I talked to her about Thrive at the table and got her phone number. She didn't give me her email. She goes, I'll call me, we'll be in touch, and I know she was busy, and I respected that and whatnot. She became my friend on Facebook, but I reached out to her several times. She never gave me anything. And I would always, I'd go back to it, I'd follow up. And then I finally I let it go, because I'm like, she didn't work at the bar anymore, the restaurant. I don't know what happened to her. She wasn't reaching out to me. So eventually you just give up. Well, for some reason today, her name came across. I was going through a lot of some people that I hadn't reached out to in quite some time, and her name came across. Well, never expected her to respond to me, and she responded and she said, "Oh, how ironic! I just got an 8-day sample from a friend of mine." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, but I don't think I've been doing it 3 days, and I feel good, but I don't think I'm doing it right." And and I said, "Well, do you have an account with this? You obviously have an account with this person," is what I said. And I said, and respectfully, I don't want to step on that person's toes. I said, however, if you decide that, it's not working out for whatever reason, then I would be happy to talk to you, and I would walk everything with you, step by step. So she sends me back a note and she said, "No, I don't have an account. She just gave me these samples and I bought them off of her, but I don't have an account and I'd like to get an account from you." So I was all happy. I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to video chat with you. I want to know what you're doing and, blah, blah, blah. And we'll square up the account." Never heard anything more. But it just goes to show that was a year ago. And here I thought, oh my God. So someone grabbed her. I mean, I kept on her for a while, but then time went and I just kind of lost track of her. And it just does go to show that someone will scoop somebody up
Absolutely. Terry Rickliff says that all the time. She's like, everyone will be thriving one day. Don't you want them thriving with you?
Exactly.
Right.
So I don't know. There's still hope. I don't understand. First of all, somebody gave her an 8-day sample and they didn't help her through it, or she didn't seem to think that she was doing it the right way. And she goes, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. And I was so willing to help her, but yeah, I'm not going to step on somebody else's toes and
Right.
be that
It's
way.
good
That's not
business. Good
me.
karma. Right.
Yeah.
Good karma.
So we'll see. Stay tuned.
There you go. I love it. Hey, we're about to be cut off, so I don't want us to be cut off and not say goodbye to everyone. So thank you all for showing up. I appreciate everything that y'all are doing.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Lisa.
Yeah,
Y'all have a
Bye,
wonderful
guys.
night.
congratulations all.
Bye.